I just want to be consistent. I want to be able to maintain all of my accounts, just doing the right thing. I don't want a Lamborghini. I do want a nice Silverado truck for my farm. I want that, but like I feel like, just taking these baby steps, organically building everything. Like that's why my name is like Organic Hustler.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another TFT interview. Today we have a special guest from North Carolina and it's farmer JV. Welcome JV.
What's up?
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. How about yourself?
Great. So let's start with introducing yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and what got you into trading.
Yeah, so I'm James Bailey. I'm 32 years old. Just turned 32. Based out of North Carolina, in a small town called Laurinburg. Laurinburg, North Carolina. Like I was just telling you earlier, we got like one McDonald's, one Burger King, one Chick-fil-A, one Walmart. Very rural area. The closest like major city to us is probably Fayetteville, North Carolina. If people are familiar with that. But I'm also a farmer. I had an opportunity. I was blessed to farm my granddad's land, and in doing so, I was thinking about funding and how we're going to raise funds to bring this farm back to life. And I started trading. Like around the same time that I started farming, I started trading. So it's been 3 years now for both projects. So we're working hard to, develop those things, working hard, trading and farming. I also have a 2-year-old little boy. His birthday is the day after mine. That's my dog. My beautiful lady, Shanae, shout out to my lady. It's just beautiful. Like I love my family, everything that I do is for them. So
lovely. And how did you understand?
Those my folks. But 2019. Yeah, it's been like 2019, the end of 2019 when I first started learning to trade. It's been a rocky road. It's been pretty crazy. But like I was also telling you, like the first time that I ever took a funded challenge, it was with my Forex funds, but I managed to get an 8K payout. First time going, and then I blew the account after that. Just doing a lot of willy-nilly trading news, a lot of craziness, but we're moving. But it's just a lot. And it's a lot with me and a lot of stuff that we're doing. So as we progress, we will just keep unraveling.
Yeah, exactly. And how did you understand? Like, did you find it on the internet, or you had someone introducing you into trading?
Yeah, my homie, my best friend.
Nice.
Shout out to Pablo. He introduced me. He introduced me to Forex. And he had already been trading for like a couple of years or so. So, he was able to, he made his mistake. Learning along the way. And I was just there like, I'm waiting. I want to see, what you. So then, he had some sauce. Had some sauce. We were doing like more, it was some form of smart money, whatever it was that we were doing. Like, because like I said, like, I'm just coming in, like swinging out the gate, like, all right, what we doing? What's up? So it was a lot of like session highs, session lows, like, and it was a lot of liquidity stuff, but not even really, knowing. But then, but so like I said, like I managed, even with, how we were trading, what we were doing, I managed to get funded, and that's how I got that 8K payout, in the trenches with my boys. And, them 18 effects, that's, that's our little group, our little circle, whatever. And it's to the point now where, all of us are excelling pretty good. So it's like a lot of times we don't even be trading together. We don't like do none of that hardly no more. But then it's like we always having like the same entries or something like that. It just be crazy. But it's like we all locked in. So like my my footing and my foundation is ICT. So I took the time to, I am my, ICT trainer. Took the time, put in that work, day and night. You know what it is. Like I know because I was watching the Instagram live the other day when Angelo was introducing you, and I heard that you was an ICT teacher. So I was like, oh, that's cool with her.
Yeah.
So, but that's where I got my, that's when I first started seeing consistency. And I started like back in probably like a year and a half ago, and I did a lot of demo trading. Took some funded accounts, and then it's like crazy things. Like last year, I managed to get like 4 funded accounts. Actually, like blew through all of them. Psychology and stuff is just crazy, but then it's like, but then I had to go back to work, for a little while, like, cause matter of fact, went back and started working at the grocery store, like just during the holiday, because I planted my collars too late. I did like all the stuff for Thanksgiving, Christmas, greens for New Year's. I missed all of that because I started my stuff too late. So I said, oh, well, we got to do something, holidays coming, whatever. So started working, went back to the grocery store. I was like stocking overnight. But then while I was stocking overnight, so whoever that dude is, they put like all the ICT spaces on Spotify. So like while I was, throwing cans on them shelves, I was listening to, just all of those episodes like every night. Every night. And then it was even where it's like they were getting replayed over and over, like from like October till December. And like, cause I was always like pretty good, like on like the technical side and everything, but it was always just psychology.
Yeah.
Like it was always the psychology for me. So, so I ironed some things out, within myself. And, like even myself, like as a person, like I feel better and I'm doing better now. So that changes the game, for everything else going forward. So yeah, so I got funded, funded in like December 27th, 28th, something like that. Santa came through, brought me a nice gift for Christmas. So then I went through the month. I actually for that first payout, I only traded 12 days out of the month, and that made like the 3.5. But like I was only risking like 0.25% or under. Like I wasn't even doing like 0.5%, 1% risk, like just super low, and I was cool with that because like at the time, like my priority was like, I just need to be able to replace this income from this job. And if I can, consistently do that or whatever, and then, with the refund as well, like it ended up being like, about 2%. I mean, not 2%, but about like, about like $2,000. And that's about what I would have been making slanging groceries, slanging cans on the shelves and stuff. So I flew out to Miami and did a podcast with Angelo, and he gave me a 100K count for coming out, and I actually just finished that. I just knocked that out the other day. So, we got a
I saw that you passed it in like
100K there.
That's
so
incredible. You told me that it was your first flight in your life that you took when you went to meet Angelo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how like God and the universe works. It's mad crazy because I wouldn't have still took a flight. Matter of fact, we going to LA this weekend. So that would have really been my first flight because that was like my little birthday, thing. Because since my son was born a day after me, so I don't do birthdays no more. It's his show now. Like, I don't. But that would have been my first flight ever. But yeah, I was talking with Angelo because I was like, when it was time for my payout, I was like, hey man, can I DM you right quick? So I was trying to just find out about when I'm getting my payout. And, then we just started talking. I was telling him I'm a farmer and what we're doing, what I'm saying? Like what I'm doing as far as, with trading and how the funded trade is helping me be able to fund my farm. And he's like, yo, all right, we gonna fly you out, let's do it. And that was my first time ever flying a week before my birthday. That was cool. And I always had a fear of flying.
We have to build a farm in our kingdom.
Yeah, we have to build the farm because we gotta eat. How can you
Yeah,
not? How you gonna
exactly.
build a kingdom and you can't eat? Facts. So yeah, so that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about the fear of flying? How did you feel, and how did you feel after it?
So yeah, so I've always just had a fear of flying. Like I don't do heights. Like I don't ask me to get on a roller coaster.
Mm.
Don't ask me like none of that. Anything that you gotta go high, I don't want no parts of. So that's how I had just always been. And like I don't know if it was like Final Destination, like the movies and stuff, like if that was a trigger, I don't know.
Mm.
But I've always been like, nah, I'm good on that. So but I did it. I did it. And it was like I had like this glass ceiling
Mm.
over me. And it's like, I've always been I always feel like I know I'm supposed to be doing great things. I'm supposed to be doing something, but then it's like something I always felt like it was like pulling me back.
Mm.
But then ever since I've flown and did that, it's like I broke that glass ceiling. Like it ain't no more fear.
Mm.
Like when I get on them charts, like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like just everything that I approach, like my daily, like just how I'm living now, it's
Mm.
like, it's relentless, no fear,
Yeah.
we good. Cause that was like the only thing that I like feared ever.
Yeah. I
And,
mean,
thanks to Angelo.
mm, it's interesting that everything is controlled by fear, and we have to face the fear and get out of our comfort zone in order to widen it and to be able to handle such discomfortable situations. So, did you find any similarity between the fear that you felt on your first flight and the fear at on the markets when you like started losing at the beginning, and when you like fear of missing out, fear of losing, all type of fears that we feel as traders? Did you find any similarity
Yeah.
between them?
No, not really. Cause like once, like, well, I guess so, but it's like every time that like, I get ready, like if, I'm going in to the charts and I'm gonna get ready to trade or something.
Mm.
I just think about that all the time. It's like, cause even, I just feel like I'm not like how I was before in approaching the charts and me coming to the charts now.
Mm.
It's just, it's different. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know, what it is about flying and being able to see what I'm saying, to see the world from like a whole different perspective.
Mm.
And I think that was the most, eye-opening thing for me because like, I don't know, it's great. Like the birds can't even see that high. So it's cool. Like you a bird, you above that. So, what I'm saying, it's cool.
So, would you like to share your screen and show us your strategy, how you execute, where you put stop loss, target profit?
Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah, so I trade the market maker primer.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, it was more I look for like the high or the low of the week being formed between Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
And kind of like also implementing a macro to the higher time frames just to get your directional bias. I like to draw on the liquidity and all of that. Like I've took that from like the 2022 mentorship. So I kind of just like built my own little
model. Yeah.
Yeah, like because that's just what it is. So so pretty much okay. So as a farmer, my time windows are like crazy for trading.
Mm-hmm.
First thing was like trying to figure that part of it out. So for me, like Asian session, London, and then potentially New York PM session.
Mm-hmm.
So those are what I look for. So like I pretty much like in the wintertime when I'm not doing anything, like I will sit in on the New York AM session, but usually I'm like already at the farm by like 6, 7 in the morning or so. So I'm gone by then. So I usually try to like catch something going like from Asia into London session.
Mm-hmm.
So like that pre-London market, whatever. So I try to get in there. But so I kind of like, I do a lot of quick like scalping. I don't really do a lot of like long-term swinging or anything like that. So I kind of be in and out just with my time. So just earlier, like I posted it, I think it's on my Instagram story, but I posted my entries. My MacBook be acting crazy and it's flipping my screen. Oh God.
For me, everything seems normal.
Yeah. So so I took a trade on AJ during Asia session today. From yesterday, we had like this crazy nasty drop. So I was just looking back at areas that needed to be, areas where we potentially had like some rebalancing.
Yeah.
The inefficiencies in price, whatever. So and I started from an hour and I was just looking back. So I was just looking at this here and, throwing that fib on there, seeing that pretty much that 50% of that. So I was just trying to target back to feel like to take this liquidity here and just to run back up into there. So that was my, what I was looking for, saying go down into 15-minute.
So you start the top-down analysis on 1 hour, or you go even higher? Well, you said that you pay attention to higher time frame for the directional bias.
Yeah. So like usually it's like in a situation like it just like depends really, because like I had already been looking at the daily and the weekly, and being that like, we're just pretty much like starting out March and from previous month's close and all of that. So just taking all of that into consideration. But for usually like I am looking at like the hour, 4 hour for like, that's my higher time frames, because I'm taking my entries off like 5 minute. I did a lot of 1 minute and I'm actually trying to like get away from that song. So like, I know like, I might sacrifice like a little R on it, but I like my possibility, like my hit rate is a lot better. With a like more of a comfortable stop. So so right in here, this is was central bank dealing range in here. Asia came in and I was just looking for like just to see how far we were going to pull back into this range. So like throwing a film on that's probably like right along like 50% as well. So from there, let's see, I'm going out to the 5 minute.
Do you trade only Aussie GPY or you trade?
No, I trade Euro USD. The first pair that I actually traded was GU, but then I like as a farmer, I was just like, I don't know why, but I started trading Kiwi dollar, USD. So like I was like Kiwi dollar, Kiwi yen, or whatever. But then like Aussie and Kiwi, they're like, some would still closely correlate. But I was just, and I had been looking at AJ for so long now, like just looking back, and I was just kind of following the order flow and like the way we were going. So this pulled back into this range here, and then I just waited for another little breaker structure here to go into clear this liquidity here, and then ultimately, I was just targeting
the equal highs.
Yeah, this liquidity here. Yeah. So that's pretty much all, a quick, and that was a 3-to-1 setup, because I put like my stops like right back at like that protected low per se right there. So that's all I was just targeting off of, 50% of that imbalance just to come back and close. Because like as you see, we also came right up in there and then, flip back over.
Yeah. Do you manage the trade actively, or you just put your limits and you walk away?
I do them manually. I manually execute. I'm not. I don't really use limits too much. So.
And do you take partials?
Like usually like I'll take like 80%, but that's like, what I'm saying? I'll take that and then potentially look for like another scaling, something like that. Cause I'm just like really I guess because before I was like trading ICT methods, I was like doing stuff with like 1-2 pip stops, like trying to catch like those extremes, like you know what I'm
1
saying.
to 200.
I mean, not even that bad, but like like I at least like like a good like 1 to 10, 1 to 20, or something like that. But then it's like it happens where they'll hit, but then it's like it's more times that it doesn't than it does.
Yeah.
So just giving myself like that wire to stop, trusting like as we're going, like in order for in that direction that like like these highs or these lows are gonna hold, and then that could be your protected low or high for that particular move.
Yes.
So but that's pretty much what I do. Like it's just like fair value gaps, imbalances, and then it's like I don't have them drawn out, but it's like it's plain little fair value imbalances, like, and it's like so many other places you can enter as well. So just depending, so that's what I did. And I've been noticing a lot too, what I'm saying? Like if I do trade during Asia, I need to go ahead and probably just take profit, take the bag and go.
Yeah.
Because, you get a flip, what I'm saying? Like it'll flip right back on you. And then like you didn't secure nothing. And now you're trying to hunt for another entry or something. So so like, I close, 80% of the top. And then if I start seeing a structure shift happening, let's say like, cause I have my, on my Instagram story, I got my, you can see the actual entries and exits on there, but like coming back into like, at a structural point here and,
do you pay attention to institutional levels as well?
Yeah, I use some like psychological levels, but I also don't have like, all of that stuff on this chart. Like I have like another chart I use where it's like, a whole lot of stuff on, but like, I use institutional levels of, like those psychological B numbers. But like even here, like you didn't get like a break of this here, and then like, structure starts shifting out, you get a break of structure here. No, then this here, little rundown. So like in this instance here, what I'm saying? Like I actually closed out, in full everything here, just because after, then start seeing, your structure down, then you have another run above, just to, turn back over again.
Yeah.
But like I don't like, complicated. I just take what works for me. Out of what ICT does, and just form my own, little strategy was for me. Cause like, this was more of a reserved entry for me because like, usually I would have did something where it's like, a stop with like 4 or 5 pip stop, something like that. Seeing things back over here where, you have like structure holding, where you can put your stops like right below here or something. So it's like, it's so many ways. And so like, and my friends, like we all trade differently off of like ICT stuff, but we still, like I said, end up having the same entries.
The best thing with ICT's concepts is that there is something for everyone. He's teaching so many things, and you can definitely like find and combine the things that suit you, your personality, your time, and your lifestyle.
So like, I keep it very, very simple. Or let's say if I was trading London, like look for the higher time frames, like you had that imbalance fill up there now. So now, like you just waiting for that run above, Asian high. Like, you see that Judas swing or that, that power 3, you can see like you can see everything there. So then like, so, and like, in higher time frame, like, we were bearish. So like, you only coming back to fill up, some of this, and then we're going to keep trending in our, initial direction. So like, and what has like helped me out a lot too, like knowing, like, as far as like putting the bag up, it's like, knowing if I am trading counter trend or if I'm trading with the trend. So like, I could potentially hold a little longer and that's why I like with my friends. Cause like, I'm taking like probably like the most risky entries I per se. So like I'm already in. So then, they're looking at my entries, like where I'm at, and then where they're about to get in that. So then now that's like potentially like a scale in for me, or however, or like if we get to that point and then like, we start shifting, stress start shifting back the other way, then, I know I need to go ahead and get up out of there.
Yeah.
It's pretty, we have a nice system of, like, and it's just crazy to me because like, we all locked in, we all put in the work, did what we had to do. And, we really learned that like trading is so like situational and objective, like, because like everything that even Mike does, like that wouldn't work for me. Like everything that he does. And, like we all got different risk appetite or like what we look for like in the charts when we're trading. Yes. So I think that was the biggest thing for us. Cause like, at one point we were like trying to take the same trades or, we'll both be looking at the charts, but then like we'll both see something differently or, come to odds and stuff. But now it's like, everybody's, everybody's winning or, they've been like, yeah, I got in like a lot of times, I go and hop on the Discord a little later. And then I was like, I'm asking where they in at. And then I was like, well, I'm in it. So like, oh yeah, we already know where you got in at somewhere. Yeah. So, but I keep it, I believe in, KISS, you know what I'm saying? Or is that KISS? Well, no, it's not KISS, but keep it simple, stupid, whatever.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Stupid, whatever, how it goes, but I try to do that and really just understand. I think like understanding structure, and presentation, that's what has really, changed the game for me. All right, I hope that was a, pretty cool, well, just seeing from my eyes and what I look at whenever I'm, taking a little setup.
Yeah, it's interesting because no one until now, from all the ICT students, no one has been focusing on Asia to London session. Yeah. Most of us...
I was about to say, that's only for me because like, just because of like my timing, because like, but then it's also where it's like, okay, coming to the spring, summer, I get up early, like, well, because matter of fact, if I'm trading, like, because I trade kill zones as well.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm trading London kill zone, like between 2 and 5, usually, I'm getting up about 1 o'clock in the morning. So, and I'm just awake through London, and then I'm leaving to go to the farm from there. But then as it gets like warmer outside, like I'll probably be finished at the farm by like 11 o'clock in the morning, by like noon at latest. So then I can come back, during the PM session for New York. And then that's why I might trade like Euro USD or, and I've actually never traded S&P 500 or like none of that. I haven't even, but I'm going to start, locking in on that, like even like for PM session. Because like sometimes, Euro USD would give you a nice, PM session move, and then sometimes it won't. But then S&P or, NAS or something would be doing something cool.
Yeah.
So it just works for me. And like even when I first started out trading, I was always trading. I've always traded Asian session. I don't know. And then I kind of like where, like you can start trading. It's like it's the evening. It's like 7 at night, 8 o'clock. And because then a lot of times if I like the day, like if I catch my trade in Asia, then it's like I could sleep and I don't have to get up for London. Because it's like once I get what I need, I'm not gonna go back.
Yeah.
Like, and really, and that's why I'm glad like the season is starting back where it's like I don't have all that downtime, because I will, I'm liable to, take a trade in the session, get what I need, and then I'll go back right back in and then end up down 2% on the day or something.
Okay.
But really just learning to, take what I need and keep it moving.
Yeah. How long time did it take you to become profitable since you started with ICT concepts? How long time did you study and then How long time did it take you to see results?
Yeah, so it's been like 1.5 to 2 years. I took all of last year. Like I said, I had got funded plenty of accounts, blew them. Yeah. So I think like ever since like I've got my like psychology in check and I had to go working 9 to 5 again, it's like the light bulb came on, like you get that slap of reality where it's kind of like, okay, you either gonna get yourself together, really, really lock in and get yourself together, or you're gonna be out here doing what the rest of the 85, 90% of the world is doing. And there's no way you could work at 9 to 5 and try to farm as well. Like there's no, like it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what it really made me, lock in and just being relentless and, having patience also, but also, being very relentless, not having, any fear.
Yeah. And what are your goals 5 years from now with trading and with your farm?
Max funding, funding my own personal accounts, then that way, you can limit that risk of, what I'm saying, like, and I just want to be consistent. I want to be able to maintain all of my accounts, just doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Because like, and even if it's like, cause, I don't want a Lamborghini, like tomorrow. I do want a nice Silverado truck for my farm. I want that, but
I mean, you gotta grow the farm because TFT is growing. We're gonna be many.
I want me a nice, Silverado or something. But like I feel like just taking these baby steps, organically building everything. Like that's why my name is like Organic Hustler, and I believe in really doing everything organic, giving everything its time that it needs to transpire versus you like, running super fast in a circle, so like with your head cut off, not necessarily really getting anywhere. So I'm all about like, the long game, and like I like with my farm, I was like had a little saying where I was like saying like, grow slow so you don't owe.
Yeah.
And that was my, my whole thing. But it's like, for the farm, like I want to look 5 years from now and see all the fields covered in greenhouses. I want to see employees out there. I want to see, what I'm saying? I've created jobs for people at that point. Doing what I need to do, like with trading, so that you could pay these people more than just putting bread on their table. So it's real. Is this thing is real personal.
Yeah,
like I'm over here about shed a tear now, but like just thinking about the grind is crazy. So
yeah, what advice would you give to new traders that are just getting started?
Keep going, don't stop, just keep going. Pedal to the middle, be relentless. You know what I'm saying? But I think like when you really get in tune with yourself, and like you got to figure out yourself first. Any situations that you have, you gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
Look at me, dog. It's crazy, but you gotta figure it out. And I think life is the best teacher.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of humbling experiences. Being 32, so it's like, had I known the stuff that I know, like if I would have known that back then, like I just think about how much further I would be in life, like as far as like my plans and, just where I would want to be myself. So, really lock in, really take it serious, because this is life-changing stuff here. This stuff can really change your life. So just, be intentional with everything, like not just trading, but your life itself. Be very intentional about every step that you take, every move, calculate it. I mean, what I'm saying? Like we calculate risk, calculate, what we doing as far as trading go. You got to do that same thing with your life.
Yeah.
So
that was very well said.
Yeah. So that's what I would give to the new trader. Just keep going, be relentless, Don't stop. You're gonna take your blows. You're gonna take those, you know what I'm saying, those hits to the face, those gut punches that really want to knock you out. But as long as you just stay at it, stay persistent, just keep going. And it's like and even with the farm, that shows me that. And like in life, like you can't make new highs without the lows. Same with trade. You can't make new highs without the lows.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with life. Cause like, let's say like I put up my greenhouse, and like that was very monumental for me. It was like, we did it, we accomplished it, happened. And then a few months later, we had like 70, 80 miles per hour wind gusts like come through the farm, and like tore my greenhouse to shreds. So then I had to start right back over. No different than blowing the account and having to start right back over.
Yeah.
But like things like that, like I could have threw my hands up and said, the hell with this farming stuff. I can't do it. But nah, we disassembled it. We put a game plan together and we put it right back up, in a different spot. Because, finding out that like, we had a greenhouse in the spot where the ground was real wet and saturated. We didn't do our soil tests beforehand. We didn't plan out our trade. We didn't plan like we needed to. But now, we had our soil testing done. We moved our greenhouse to another area where, we have good draining soil. We don't worry about our greenhouse collapsing because of, soggy, wet grounds. So, everything is just, it's trial and error. It's trial and error, but you cannot make new highs without the lows.
Yeah.
So that's everything in life, for sure.
That's true. Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure to host you, and such an interesting story. Like, really interesting story.
Yeah, I'm glad to be able to do this, this opportunity. Shout out to Angelo. Shout out to the Funded Trader. Shout out to you. But I'm just glad, like to be able to tell my story, to share my grind, what we doing, what's happening. And I think we need I was talking to Angelo, he said, yeah, we're gonna have to run it back. Like I was like, I'm gonna fly Angelo out to the farm, we're gonna reach out at the farm and we're gonna really show what the Funded Trader has done.
We gotta visit this farm for sure.
For the soul farms. So yeah, it's cool. And it's like, and that's wild. Like I think about 1 million or so people gonna see me shedding tears and stuff. Like that's crazy. But that's just it's joy, it's a lot of happiness. Because like just thinking of where you come from, like your grind, the work you putting in, I just thank God. I thank the universe for everything. And we gonna keep building. We're gonna keep building for sure.
Yeah. Thank you once again for being here, and we will definitely have a follow-up, and we want to see the farm. So keep trading, keep making the profits, keep growing, and we're gonna definitely have a follow-up to see how everything is going.
Yeah, and my Instagram for the farm is For the Soul Farms. I give you that as well. You want to keep up with the progress of the farm, seeing what we're doing. On Twitter, Organic Hustler _ follow me on there. And it's like I'm not really like, I post setups and stuff like that here and there, but it's like I'm not like hard down on just everything I'm talking about on my social media, just trading. Like I'm real life.
Just trading is gonna be too monotone, so it's good to show the life.
It's crazy out here. It's crazy. But but once again, I definitely appreciate y'all for giving me the opportunity. And, I'm working hard myself, getting myself together, keeping myself in check, dot my I's, crossing my T's so that I can continue building and growing with y'all.
Yeah, you have all support from us. So just keep growing. That's all from today's interview. It has been such an interesting one. And don't forget to leave the like button, comment, show us some love in the comments down below. Hit the subscribe and notification button if you haven't done that yet. And yeah, keep growing, trade safe, and hope to see you in the next one.